Hey everybody, welcome back to Heartland Productions. Today is going to be a very quick video. A lot of you have asked, so today I'm going to do it comparing the new Gozney Arc XL with the Pizza Party Emozione. Stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up. A lot of you guys have been asking me to compare these two ovens. So right off the bat, this is the Pizza Party Emozione. This pizza oven starts off in the basic stainless steel, not any of the fancy colors. Starts off at $871.31. That's US dollars. The Gozney Arc XL right now is starting at $799. That's just the oven. If you want the stand, that's another $249, or the booster at $99. The Emozione, they do have a stand. I don't really like it that much, but for a few $100s too, you can get a stand for that one also. Let's get into more of the details, kind of the main differences. I'm going to start with the Gozney Arc XL. If you've been watching my videos, you've noticed the last few videos have been all about this oven. This is a pretty amazing oven. I think at the price point at less than $1,000, it's really hard to beat this oven. This has kind of all the fancy bells and whistles. It has a lot of new features. Some of the things I really like about this oven are it has an amazing high output burner. It's embedded in the side of the oven, so you have a full amount of floor space. It's a little more than 16 inches wide, and it's a little more than 20 inches deep. So you can easily do a 16-inch pizza, and it's absolutely perfect for Neapolitan pizza too. The lowest temperature this gets is about 550 degrees to that 550 to 650 is kind of the low temperature on the burner, up to 950 to easily 1,000 degrees. Within an hour, this thing's easily kicking out 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So an amazing oven. It's a great price at $799. One thing you do have to have a stand, or you have to have the booster, because it's a low oven. So if you put it on a standard 36-inch counter or table height, a table at standard height, you're going to need it a little higher up. This is about 48 inches up high. That's kind of the ideal spot where you want it for an average height person. So I'm around 5'11", so 48 inches is about perfect for me. So you will need a little bit more. So again, it's going to be the time you get the oven and the table, or oven, the stand, or booster, etc. You're right under $1,000. So great oven, great price. It's phenomenally insulated. It's ceramic coated. This has, I think, double layers of insulation on it, so a couple inches of insulation. So it does get hot, but you can still kind of tap it a little bit, and you're not going to scald yourself immediately. It's a really well insulated oven. It's very insulated on the bottom too. The stone is 20 millimeters thick. This is a synthetic stone, and it's probably about twice the thickness of most of the competitor stones at this price point too. So you're getting a better stone, probably one of the best burners in the industry for this size oven, and at this price point, it's going to be really hard to beat. The stand is nice. It's not quite as heavy duty as the Gozney Dome stand, but this is still a pretty good stand. If you don't want to stand, the booster is a great option too, for right around $100. You get the booster and it gets it up off the table a little bit better. Another difference is the Emozione, if you are kind of very particular about where you buy your things from, and a lot of people say they don't want things from China, they don't want things from other countries, etc. This oven, all the Pizza Party ovens are made in Florence, Italy. So the Gozney Dome is all made in China. They're designed in the UK, but they're actually manufactured in China. The Pizza Party ovens are all designed and manufactured in Florence, Italy. So when you order it, they ship it directly from Florence right to your house in the United States or Europe or wherever you're buying it. It is a much more basic style. It's a very tried and true style. There's not a lot of bells and whistles. There's not a lot of fancy things. So if you're comparing it to a car or something like that, it's not going to have the LCD screens. It's not going to have any of the fancy buttons or automatic windows. This is more like driving a classic vintage vehicle. So this is kind of that classic vintage pizza oven. Its main job is to make pizza, and that's what it does, and it does it phenomenally. It does a great job. Again, there's no bells and whistles, there's nothing fancy, there's no temperature gauge, there's no sensors. It has basically just a burner and an on and off switch for the gas. That's it. So the good thing about that is that there's very little, if anything, to go wrong. One of the things I also like about this oven is that you have the ability to get biscotto stones. So those are the natural volcanic stones that are very traditional for an Italian pizza oven. These, at a minimum, these stones are 1 inch thick. They're huge. These are the ultimate stone for making pizza. The downside is they are a little bit more fragile. They're a little bit softer, easier to crack, but even if they crack, you can still use them. They don't impact the cooking at all. They're very well insulated. They are great at high heat cooks, and it helps prevent burning the bottom of your pizza. So if you haven't tried those yet, I suggest trying them out. They are quite amazing. They're really the best for making Neapolitan pizza. Let me give you a quick walk around both of these ovens so you can really see the style and the finishings a little more. It's kind of hard to explain. Gozney, like I mentioned, I compare these to kind of as if I was talking about cars. This is a very modern, kind of the Tesla of pizza ovens. This would be a classic, kind of the 57 Chevy or the Fiat 500, something like that. This has all the features. You're gonna have a new modern temperature gauge. It has a under the stone reading. It has the side burner. I'll show you some clips of it actually in use too. Amazing burner. It's well insulated. It has the front exhaust there to keep. You can see here, the smoke goes up into this and comes out there, so it keeps the front nice and clean. Has stainless steel. You have the stand that comes with it. Holds the tank. It rolls around. Very easy to move around if you opt for the optional stand, which is $249. Very movable, very easy. It's just a little bit more than 50 pounds if you take it off the stand, so you can pick it up and store it, or if you want to use it for catering, things like that, or a party, very easy to move around. It only comes with a manufactured stone. This is removable, so if you would break it or crack it, you can get a replacement stone for this, relatively easy. So there's a quick look around once again. Very sleek, very well designed, very elegant looking. All the features, all the kind of the modern things. It has a amazing on and like a igniter, amazing igniter with a high and low and everywhere in between. The ignition is very easy, very quick, very handy. It's in the front, so you can see the burner, which is right there. You can see and adjust this while you're using the pizza oven. On the other hand, this one is a much more basic design, very simplistic. It does not have an igniter, so you have. On the flip side, this one is very basic, very simple model. This one does not have an automatic ignition, so you have to control the gas back here. It does have a high and low, but it doesn't ignite. This is just an on and off, so you have to turn this on and kind of hold it in to prime it. While you're holding that in, you have to reach around here and light it, so it's kind of awkward. So while you're holding that in, you have to reach around with a lighter. So I use a grill lighter and actually light the burner. The burner goes all the way around the side. Also show some videos of it in action also. So that's a little bit more tricky. And then if you have to turn it down to low, you have to reach your hand back here while it's cooking, so you can't see the flame while you're adjusting it, which can cause some issues sometimes. The design of this, I mean, having a big opening is very convenient and very easy, but on the flip side of that is that a lot of heat comes out. So this oven gets very hot. A lot of heat escapes from the front because of this huge opening. It's significantly larger than this one. I bought this little stand too. This is not too expensive. I can't remember how much it is, but it's on their website also. I'll put a link below. This is handy because it helps keep the tabletop from getting too hot from the heat coming out, and it gives you a little extra lip. It's kind of like the mantle that's going to be available for this also. So this is a great feature too. It has some stands, so you can set this on a normal tabletop and it gets high enough because you have these stands that are a few inches high too, so you can put it on any work surface too. This is my Everdure tabletop that I had for my kiln oven. I swapped it out, put this oven on there too, so it's very versatile. I like this table too because it has the condiment holders there. It has all kinds of storage. I'll put a link for this in the bottom too. So that is it, side by side. They're relatively similar price points. Again, this one is made by Gozney. It's manufactured in China, designed in the UK. This is made and manufactured and designed in Florence, Italy. So if that's a big deal for you, it's great. The biscotto stones come with this. That does cost significantly more, so it's around $900 if you want to buy this oven with the biscotto stones. Once you throw in the biscotto stones and then a table or something like that, it's quite a few $100s more expensive for this model versus the Gozney. I also get asked all the time, which one would you buy if you could only buy one? That's a very difficult question. It's like asking me which one of my kids I like the most. Both of these ovens make amazing pizza. You cannot go wrong with either one. If you are a traditionalist, you want an Italian pizza oven, the Pizza Party ovens, especially the Emozione, is probably a better option. I do like the fact that you can get the biscotto stones also. I've worked with them for quite a while, for a couple of years. They've let me test all their ovens. They're very nice people. It's a much smaller company. They manufacture everything in Florence, so it's kind of nice. It's a nice story. If you want a smaller oven, they do have the Everdure, which is a little bit smaller. They also have the Everdure, which is a huge oven too, and it's also dual fuel wood gas. So check it out. I'll put the link for Pizza Party in below. If you use my code too, my Heartland code, you get a 10% discount and usually free shipping. So if you're interested, I'll put the code in the description below, or reach out to me, send me a message, etc. If you're looking for a more modern, a sleek, a worry-free oven, the Gozney Arc XL is also amazing. This is really a worry-free oven. It looks nice, it's sleek, it's very portable. You could probably store this one much easier. If you take this off the stand, it can fit pretty much anywhere. It comes with some nice accessories. They're gonna have a mantle accessory for this. Gozney is a great company too. I've had Gozney since they launched 3 or 4 years ago. All the different domes, the rock box, etc. I've never had any issues with Gozney. I love their products. These are extremely well built, commercial grade. So I don't think anything's ever gonna go wrong with this. This has an amazing burner. This is probably the best oven out there for less than $1,000. The downside of this is that if you want to be able to make 2 pizzas at once, or you want to be able to make big dishes like roast meats and things like that, or big pans with vegetables and stuff like that, this oven is going to have its limitations. It is much bigger than the Rockbox, but it's still 20 by 16. This oven, on the other hand, is you can easily put 2 pizzas in side by side. You can put casserole dishes, roasting dishes, etc. It's much easier because it has a bigger opening. But other than that, like I said, they both make amazing pizza ovens. And use both my links. Use my affiliate link if you're interested in this oven or any of the Gozney ovens. I'll put my link below so you can check these ovens out also. I'll also put the link in my discount code for the Pizza Party ovens. So whichever one ends up being better for you, whichever one really, it's kind of how you're going to use it and which style you prefer better. I'm going to stop talking. Thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate it. Again, don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more videos.